a message at the launch show that women today can cook and do all things and perform. What made you give that message in today's modern day? Is it really necessary? Aren't India advanced enough now for you to give that sort of message?
No, I don't think there's anything to do with advanced or not advanced. Like I started my speech, I said that we are not a very sporting nation, unfortunately, and I think yes, we are a very big cricket crazy nation, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we are a sporting nation. I think that the Commonwealth Games helped us a lot in terms of trying to understand how good we are at other sports, whether it is badminton, whether it is hockey, whether it is shooting, whether it's archery. I think it helped us to understand how good we are, and I think that. The reason I'm always for women empowerment, and I'm always standing up for that. I mean, I did a show a few days ago on NDTV where we were all part of because of the girl infanticide and feticide, and so I think that we are all as we have a social obligation and a responsibility to pass on this message that women do not need to just do something that a culture expects them to do. I think that they can fulfill everything that a woman needs to do, so to say, and also be a career-oriented woman. And traditionalism and women empowerment can go hand in hand. It doesn't need to be separate. I don't think we need to take women as women who basically, just because they play tennis or because they play a sport or they don't do something that a normal woman is supposed to do in India or in this part of the world, that does not mean that they are rebellious or that they do not want to. I mean, like I said, I got married when I was 23 and I was supposed to be the most rebellious person in the world, but I still got married at 23. I'm living a very, very happily married life, and I'm still playing tennis and winning 5 tournaments a year. So obviously it can go hand in hand.
What changes did you have to make to your game to suit the new partner?
Look, I mean, after Bethany got injured, I had to play with a Chinese girl, Zheng Ji, and even though we played together for the first time, we won a tournament and then we played semi-finals of US Open. So, it was a good year, and it was a tough decision to move to Kara after that, because I think we wanted to focus on someone who's playing just doubles. And then it obviously clicked. We won. We haven't lost a match yet. So, we decided to play next year together, and we're hoping for a better, if not a better, the same 2014 as 2013.
What would you work on to win a slam, win a grand slam?
Well, there are many things we need to work on. I think that it's a good thing that we won 2 tournaments. We beat the #1 pair of the world, and we still need to work on things. That's obviously a positive, and we need to fine-tune some things and try and find ourselves together, because we played only 2 tournaments together. So definitely one of the goals is to try and win a slam, but obviously try and win as many tournaments as possible.
I read in one interview that you want to be the world #1. So to be the world #1 in doubles, what do you have to do?
I need another year like 2013. I'm 9 in the world and I'm very happy, and obviously when you're 9 in the world, you want to aim to be better than that next year, and I hope that I can get to top 5 and then eventually to #1 in the world.
The next generation of players, who do you think is the most promising Indian player?
Women?
Women, yes.
Yeah. I think that Ankita Raina has been doing pretty well. She's been winning a lot of tournaments, at least in India, and I think I actually haven't had a chance to watch her play in a couple of years. She was with me a few years ago at Fed Cup. But on the 15th of this month, 10 of the top girls are coming to the Sania Mirza Tennis Academy to practice with me. So, I'll have a good chance coming for a couple of weeks to kind of see before the Fed Cup who stands where.
Fed Cup, what is the expectation?
Before Fed Cup, I have to play 7 tournaments. So right now I have to focus on that. When Fed Cup comes, obviously we are going to try and give it our best shot. We're in Group 1, I think, now. So last year I was hurt, so I couldn't play. So this year, I hope I can play. And but before that, we have Australian Open to worry about. So like I said, this will be a good preparation when the girls come for a couple of weeks.
How do you think the overall Indian tennis is grown? So we see that we just have few names to tell people about in men's tennis as well as women.
Yeah, I think that what we were 10 years ago, it's grown immensely in terms of popularity. I think we've become the #2 sport in the country, where people know what tennis is, people understand what tennis is. And I think that because 10 years ago people used to, when I said I played tennis, they didn't know if it was table tennis or lawn tennis, you know, they didn't know that lawn tennis was just called tennis. So I think that in terms of that we've come a long way, but it's about putting a system together to try and help young kids nurture and get better, and I think physically build, and you know, that's what we are trying to do also through the ITPA, which is the Indian Tennis Players Association. We are trying to raise funds to try and help the younger players coming up.
आप किस तरह से देखते हो, क्योंकि एनर्जी के लिए गेम्स बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट रहते हैं, यूसुफ पूनिया गेम्स आप किस तरह से देखते हो?
आई थिंक कि इस तरह के गेम्स पहले तो दो चीज़ों के लिए बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होते हैं. पहले तो आई थिंक इट बिल्ड्स ग्रेट sportsmanship. It builds you know, a great sense of friendship between countries, and I think that sport is the only place where our Olympics or Asian Games or a Lusophonia Games or Commonwealth Games are the only places जहाँ पे सारे देश के अलग अलग लोग, अलग अलग रेस के लोग एक साथ रहते हैं, and nobody ever thinks about that. And I think that's great for a country, and I think that's great for you know, just on humanitarian ground, it's great. And the #2 thing is, I think it's great for a country like India to understand other sports and to see international athletes from other countries.
The mascot of Lusophonia Games, Jojo the Rooster, and the game's theme song were launched during the curtain raiser event. Here comes your way, some of the key moments of the launch event as I take your leave. Keep watching Prudent. Goodbye.
They come down, fun. Join us now. Come on.